We off?
Yeah, well. Hello and welcome to, I guess, the preview of the final round of the 2009-2010 season. You've got myself, Adam Kane and Adam Mickelson.
How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
The year goes so quick, doesn't it, when you're having fun?
Yeah,
and all
exactly.
of a sudden we're in our last game. So.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, round 11 about to approach us, and I guess going back on round 10. Obviously a bit of a disaster week 1 against Mackie when we were all out for 86.
Yeah, it was a tale of 2 weeks. Obviously the first week we got rolled for 80. Probably we didn't know what to expect from the pitch. It was the first time we played there in probably 3 years. So,
it is a different pitch, isn't it? And not making any excuses.
Well, yeah. What I was going to say was that strategically we said we tried to stick to our game plan in setting a base, and the top 4 setting a base for the rest of the team to capitalise on after tea. But what we found in the second innings is on that pitch you just got to be positive and play your shots, because if you try and sit there and just work ones and just wait, it's just not going to happen. Because and no disrespect to the Mackie bowlers, they bowled fantastic, really well. They got everything out of that pitch as what they could on in the first innings. But when a guy like Derek Kinsella, who I remember playing him a couple of years ago on our pitch, is just honest. When he opens the bowling and he's bowling half volleys and they're bouncing past your nose and cutting both ways, you're in trouble. Yeah. So all out for 80, we just couldn't come to terms with it. And, Craig Park's a good bowler on any pitch, but when he's bowling on a pitch that's conducive to what he does, and that's move the ball both ways, you're going to be in for a long day. It is. And you're going to be for a long day. But look, saying that, in the second innings, we came out and were positive. James White probably batted as good as I've seen him this year, and he took it up to guys like Park and played his shots, and I think he hit 12 or 16 off one of Park's overs. and that's what we had to do in the first innings, but hindsight's a wonderful thing. But like I said, it was a tale of two days. I think and one of the guys said this after the game, we won the second day. I know Mackie may have changed their order a little bit, but I don't. They
had a game plan, Mackie, didn't they? They wanted for the first 20 overs to actually get a strong lead and have 45 to 50 overs at us. They couldn't get more than 45 because we bowled quite well, in particular Razmi.
Yeah, well, Razmi took 6 wickets, and I feel sorry for the guy because he comes out, bowls on our pitch. He's played 3 games on our pitch, and you might as well just bowling on just a flat piece of concrete out in the driveway. But when you get him on a pitch like that or any of these other pitches, I think he's probably taken 12 wickets away this year.
Majority
3 games
away.
Yeah. He bowled really well. But yeah, from what I heard turning up to the game, that Mackie were looking for outright and going to put us back in.
Particularly because of the West Bentley East Sandringham game, the match was vulnerable for East Sandringham, and as a result, Mackie got a sniff that maybe if they do get the 10 points, then that would give them a home final.
And that was at the start of the game, but obviously, like you just said, we bowled really well for the first 20. How many overs did we bowl? About 20.
It was 27.
Yeah, 27 overs.
And then
we bowled really well, and obviously a way to stifle someone trying to take outright against you is to get early wickets, and that's what we did. We continually took wickets, and they couldn't really score heavily, and we got Damien out probably about 20 or 30.
He actually top scored with 43, but
was it?
No, he didn't top score that. Tommy Nelson's top score with 47, but Damien made 43.
Okay. So anyway, obviously they had 44 overs against us, and it got to a stage where I think at drinks it was never going to happen, but they continued on, and I think in the end the other thing was they wanted to give all their other guys a bowl, but I found that surprising when Craig Park bowled 4 spells and Kinsella bowled 3 spells, and I think their other guys didn't bowl that much, so
they were just trying to grab some wickets for aggregates or something like that.
Well, I didn't say that, but I know at one stage that I heard Craig Park having to go Buddha because Buddha was giving the other guys a bowl, and he was saying, I can get all the wickets, give me a bloody bowl again, da-da-da-da-da. Even Biggsy heard that, so we found that quite humorous. So obviously there's some, agendas on that team in terms of what you just said. So yes, maybe you're right, Adam. I don't know.
Oh well, you know,
we're reading into things.
For a team that got thumped, that's all we can think about. But anyway,
we won the second day. I think we won the second day, but obviously, when you're on Friday, the game's over. But
I guess
it was good. It was really.
I mean, obviously, Rasney being a highlight. Second innings, Bigsy batted really well, making 40. But I think again, as you mentioned before, James White with his batting when he made 34. He's made just under 300 runs this year for a 17-year-old. It's been one of the major positives for the season.
Hey, fantastic! To come out and open the batting every game. I did it for 5 or 6 years with Bart. It becomes draining, mentally draining, and credit to James that he's been able to come out and if he can post over 300 runs this year. We probably look at it as, we'd love to get more from him, but at his age, it's fantastic. So hopefully he can capitalise in the last game of the year and finish off strong.
Yeah. So that leaves us with 3 wins. We'll talk about the final round later on in the Longmere report, but moving to the seconds, a disaster for them as well. They needed to win the game to actually be in the 4. Or thereabouts, but unfortunately playing up against the undefeated Moorabbin West, who made 333 in week 1, and I think in the second week we were very meek in our response, being all out for 112. I think about 7 or 8 drop catches.
All fairness to the 2 as well. I think there's probably 2 or 3 people pulled out prior to the game, and they probably haven't had their strongest team in the park.
No.
This side of Christmas.
The fact that they've been able to remain in contention for the 4 up until the second last game is a credit to the guys who've been there for the majority of the season. And it has been pretty much the senior players like Cedric, who again top scored with 30 or thereabouts. Stewie Campbell has had a better, second half to the season. And Tim Catterson's been doing the job. And Stewie Craven with the ball, who's taken over 20 wickets this year in the second. So they're the blokes who've stepped up. Some of the younger guys, Joel at the start of the season was making runs. I can't think of much else. I know Darcy McCaffrey's taken quite a few wickets with the ball as well. James Coyne, Andrew West. But it's been a tough year for the guys, and as mentioned, the fact that they've been a chance for the finals. I
think when they lost it was when they dropped the game to me before Christmas.
Yeah,
they would have lost 5-2.
That's right. They lost in the last over of the day, or not the last over, but they lost by 1 wicket. So yeah, you're right. So that was the seconds. The thirds are still winning, which is great, and they're in the top 4. They're currently equal second on and just behind on percentage, so they're in 3rd spot. But I think their final spot is sealed.
Were they struggling this game?
Well, actually, we're all at 180 in week 1. I'm trying to recall the top scores. I think it was actually Chris Bassel who top scored with 36. Frank Lacano with 34. They were the chief scorers. And with the ball, we rolled. I think it was Melbourne Wanderers for 102. With both Jason Sherlock and Bob Dolman taking 5 wickets each. So there's your bowling attack. Bob Dolman apparently was driven to hospital on the Sunday the week before because his leg's blown up, and it was all week. It was, I'm not going to be able to bowl this week, and I guess he gets that white line fever on a Saturday, Bob, and you just can't get the ball out of his hand, and he took 5 wickets.
They're the key to the thirds winning the finals, because if you've got a Jason Sherlock and a Bob Dolman, really experienced guys, in finals, they're going to stand out, and I think they'll be able to do the job, definitely.
Fingers crossed. 4th 11, again an unfortunate result with not many highlights. I think we were all out for 158 with Joel Gabert, who was only available for 1 week. When it was, I think, 9 for 100 or so. Joel was on 50 or thereabouts, and he decided to take leadership and smash the ball to all parts of the ground, and he made 94 out of 158. In reply, I think they passed us 1 wicket down. So, but good experience for the boys.